Hey guys, welcome to today's lesson. We're going to learn how to use the verb dejar in Spanish. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram to get Spanish content every week. Alright, let's get started. In these two sentences, I left home early today and I left my phone on the table. We use the verb to leave for two different circumstances. But in Spanish, you cannot do this. We use two different verbs to express these examples or circumstances. In the first example, I left home early today, we express leaving somewhere or from one place to another. To express this in Spanish, we use the verb salir. Alright? On the second sentence, we use the verb left, implying placement of physical objects, such as your phone, your wallet, or your book, right? To describe this example in Spanish, we would use the verb dejar, which also means to leave, right? But for the sake of this exercise, we're gonna focus only on this example, on the second example, right? That focuses on the placement of physical objects. So let's start with I left. I left, which is in past tense, means I left something somewhere, right? As in, I left my keys, I left my t-shirt, or I left my wallet. In Spanish, I left is expressed as dejé. Dejé. It's important to take into account the stress at the end of the word. Stress can change the meaning of words, so you might want to pronounce it correctly so people can understand you. Now, an example of something you have left behind can be your keys, right? The word for keys in Spanish is llaves. And to say my keys, we will say mis llaves. Now, to express I left my keys, you would say dejé mis llaves. All right. On the table. How would you say this in Spanish? En la mesa. How would you say I left my keys on the table? Dejé mis llaves en la mesa. Now, on the shelf. So, how would you say the shelf in Spanish? You can say el estante, or in other countries, they say la repisa. I personally prefer to say la repisa, but that's up to you. Both sounds good and everyone will understand what you are trying to say. So, how do you say I left my keys on the shelf? Yeah? Dejé mis llaves en la repisa or en el estante, right? So, how would you say I think that, creo que? Now say I think I left my keys on the table. I think I left my keys on the table. Creo que dejé mis llaves en la mesa. Good. So let's try with this one. Jacket. In Spanish, we say chaqueta. How would you say my jacket? It would be mi chaqueta. And the word for sofa, the sofa, would be el sofá. Keep in mind the stress in the last syllable, fa. Now, how would you say, I think I left my jacket on the sofa? Creo que dejé mi chaqueta en el sofá. Good. Now, the phrase, do you know, is expressed with a single word in Spanish, and it is sabes. And the word for where is donde. Again, keep in mind the stress in the first syllable, don. Now, with these two words, sabes and donde, we want to form the question, do you know where? As in, do you know where something is? The way we use this in Spanish is, ¿sabes dónde? Now, let's try to use it. Do you know where I left my keys? How would you say that in Spanish? Okay, good. ¿Sabes dónde dejé mis llaves? Or how about, do you know where I left my jacket? How would you say that in Spanish? Ajá. ¿Sabes dónde dejé mi chaqueta? ¿Sabes dónde dejé mi chaqueta? Good. Perfect. You did great. Well, this is the end of today's lesson. I hope you have learned how to create some basic sentences and that you can add these words for your vocabulary. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I will create more similar content every week. So see you around. Bye.